Welcome back to The Wandering Screen. I'm Matt Koss, and I've been waiting weeks to share my review of Gladiator II, so let's get started. The scale of this film is bigger, the action is more intense, and the operatic drama is dialed up to a whole new level. Where we once had the bruised, emotionally raw Maximus played by Russell Crowe, Gladiator II introduces a beefed up, somewhat sardonic Paul Mescal as Lucius. He's fighting his way through a new chapter of vengeance, this time against more relentless power grabbers of the Roman Empire. Ridley Scott's approach to the sequel is somewhat lighter, but still echoes the magic from the original film from 2000, which won 5 Oscars and received 12 nominations. There's a lot to live up to for this film. At the end of the screening, I walked out of the theater and I couldn't help but compare Gladiator II to Top Gun Maverick in terms of high concept, adrenaline pumping excitement. And then I thought Alien Romulus might actually be a better fit. Gladiator II is not exactly trying to recreate the first film, but let's be honest, there are definitely quite a lot of borrowed plot points, familiar action sequences, but with a wider breadth. There are nods to the original throughout, loss of a loved one, tyrannical emperors, epic battles, and even a gladiator trainer with questionable motives. The echoes of Gladiator are loud and clear. Here's the thing though, don't walk in expecting this sequel to replicate the original film, because it's not the 90s anymore. Technology has evolved, actor salaries have skyrocketed, and the formula for blockbuster entertainment has shifted. This film is a lot bigger, flashier, and, well, a little wilder. But trust me when I say Gladiator II is everything you want in a modern blockbuster. It's bold, it's entertaining, and it will definitely make it into the dictionary definition of epic one day. Oh, and did I mention there are sharks in the Colosseum? Yes, sharks in the Colosseum. Now let's quickly refresh your memory on the original Gladiator in its most simplest form. A decorated fighter, Russell Crowe, has a very strong friendship with the Emperor, who wants Russell Crowe to take over the kingdom. But the Emperor's son, Joaquin Phoenix, is mega jealous, so he kills his father and banishes Russell Crowe, or more accurately, tries to kill him, and Russell gets away. Joaquin kills his whole family and decides to celebrate with gladiator games in the Colosseum. Oh, and he has a crush on his sister, Connie Nielsen, who has a son and is suspicious of how everything transpired. Russell Crowe is taken prisoner by a greedy gladiator coach, and he's so good at fighting that he gets to gladiate in the Colosseum. Well, Russell Crowe wins match after match, and Joaquin battles him in the arena to win back the respect of the people of Rome, who know exactly who Russell Crowe is. He's a decorated fighter. Joaquin loses, as in dies, and Russell Crowe also dies, but not before assigning a new interim emperor and becoming a symbol of hope for the oppressed people of Rome. Connie Nielsen and son live on, and there's a hint that the son is actually Russell Crowe's. Which brings us to Gladiator II. Paul Mescal now plays Lucius, the son of Maximus, Russell Crowe, and Lucia, Connie Nielsen. The story picks up with Lucius living in Numidia with his wife and child, only for the Roman soldiers led by Marcus Acacius, Pedro Pascal, to invade. His wife is killed and Lucius is forced into slavery. Sound familiar? Like father, like son. Lucius becomes a gladiator under the tutelage of Maximus, Denzel Washington, a charismatic schmoozer who's doing his best to navigate the political intrigue of 2 competing emperors, played by Joseph Quinn and Fred Hechinger. As Lucius's true identity becomes known, tensions rise and the stakes skyrocket as he seeks vengeance against those who destroyed his family. The film starts with a bang. An epic battle on the scale of Lord of the Rings. It's operatic in how cinematographer John Matheson expands the landscapes and shows us the immensity of the territory and battles from land to sea. Pedro Pascal's Marcus Acacius leads a fleet of ships to the shores of North Africa, and we're straight into flying cannonballs, sword fights, and hundreds of arrows piercing the air. If you've seen the original film, you'll notice a very familiar vibe here, but amplified to the max. From that point on, Ridley Scott keeps a tight grip on the tension, with every scene almost pulsing with delicate power dynamics and shifting alliances. The script by David Scarpa is full of drama and scheming. It almost feels like Jersey Shore at times in the best possible way. Editors Sam Restivo and Claire Simpson keep the action moving, but they know when to slow things down and let the characters breathe. Outside of those quieter moments, you feel the energy of the Colosseum crowd as Lucia twists with tension and the emperors are giddy with homicidal hunger and Lucius is in the arena fighting for his life. That's the thing about a Ridley Scott film. You understand that he's the conductor of an orchestra and he easily suspends your disbelief. Like sharks swimming in the Colosseum. The trailers feature scenes of sharks swimming, so that's not a spoiler. So let's talk about it for a second. What the hell are the logistics of putting on a gladiator bout like this? How exactly was the stadium waterproof? Where did this shipment of sharks come from? And how exactly were they transported and released into the water? Where was the water released to after the event? Was it flushed back into the ocean? Did they flood the villages? Hypothetically, if I got a flyer or whatever they had in those days that invited me to watch gladiators on long-term voyage-sized vessels take on soldiers atop shark-infested waters in an arena that clearly cannot hold water securely, I would pass and probably go grab my uncooked rice and run up the nearest hill. But this is what makes the film so fun. It knows exactly what it is, a blockbuster action film that embraces the outrageous, and it does so with style. The production is top-notch. Arthur Max's set design fills each scene with opulence and intricate details that immerse you in the gladiatorial world. The score, composed by Harry Gregson Williams, will keep your heart racing with its driving rhythms, subtly echoing the epic Hans Zimmer and Lisa Gerrard score from the original. But let's talk about the performances. Denzel Washington. He's having the time of his life, using people as instruments. His character Maximus is charming, egotistical, and manipulative, and Washington nails every moment. Fred Hechinger and Joseph Quinn as villainous brothers are competitively charged opposites. Watching them rot down to the core is really entertaining. And Paul Mescal's performance carries the weight of Lucius's history and his father's legacy with fascinating depth. He's beefy, he's charismatic, he's good. Whether he's playing the unattainable dreamboat in Aftersun or the broken soul in All of Us Strangers, he brings a level of nuance and emotional weight that's impossible to look away from. I may not have been as emotionally invested in Lucius's journey, but Mescal is perfectly cast. Let's agree on something here. Gladiator II is being released right before Thanksgiving. And what better way to burn off those Thanksgiving calories than with a movie that will keep your adrenaline pumping for over 2 hours. It's everything you want in an action film and will be just as entertaining to revisit as Top Gun Maverick. There were so many jaw-dropping moments that I honestly didn't even notice the time passing. I was fully entertained from start to finish, and I'm sure you will too.
I was owned. Now I will control an empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
Strength among us! This our own creature heroes!
Hands on the mausoleum floor. Bloodstains the Colosseum doors.
You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for all the latest film and TV reviews. And tell me, are you entertained? See you next time.